Please, I hope this is easy. I know it's amazing, but I hope it's easy because it's 1 a.m. where I am at. Sterling K. Brown has 3 Emmys, but Dan Fogelman has a bottle of scotch and a story. I don't never heard of any of them. I'm going to show you why this is trending and amazing connections here, okay? So Sterling K. Brown has 3 Emmys, including Best Actor in a Drama for This Is Us. It's like some kind of series or whatever. His friend, This Is Us creator Dan Fogelman, has none, despite 9 nominations. Both are heading into Sunday's Emmy Awards with fresh nominations. This time for the first season of their new collaboration, Paradise. Here's Dan Fogelman, American screenwriter, film director, and producer whose screenplays include Cars, Bolt, Tangled, and Crazy Stupid Love. Look at Sterling K. Brown first here. Okay? So he's an actor, right? It makes me think of Sterling Sharp, former NFL football player. How many players, how many characters, I should say, on the world stage that you've heard of named Sterling? I think of Sterling Sharp. Well, now I know Sterling K. Brown. Look at how their birthdays are 1 day apart. Okay. By the way, like Chris Brown keeps popping in my algorithm on top of that. So you get Sterling K. Brown now trending with the birthday April 5th. Sterling Sharp's birthday April 6th. Come on, man. So Sterling Kelby Brown, that's the name. He is an Emmy and Golden Globe winning American actor and producer. He's known for his roles as Christopher Darden in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, American Crime Story, Randall Pearson, that's his character on This Is Us, and his 2023 portrayal of a gay man in American fiction, which earned him an Academy Award nomination. So, The People vs. O.J. Simpson. Okay, he's known for his role as Christopher Darden. O.J. Simpson plays football. Isn't that interesting? With that Sterling Sharp connection, the football player. Obviously, O.J. Simpson, if you just put in his name now, everything's gonna pop up with Nicole Brown Simpson and the fake trial, right? But you get that football connection with Sterling Sharp. Even he played Christopher Darden. Christ. Remember, that's Trump's dad's middle name. And remember, these stories, the words and the letters are all just recycled. And it just spits out new words and a new story. Insert a new character by the numbers. Okay? So, have to mention that, right? Now here's Dan Fogelman is not overly jealous of his buddy's trophies. He has a bottle of scotch that he cherishes just as much. after Sterling won his first Emmy for This Is Us. Not his first Emmy in life, but his first This Is Us Emmy. I'd had a dinner party over at my house, and Sterling came and he brought me a very expensive bottle of booze, Fogelman said during a joint interview with the Associated Press, while Brown began pacing, laughing, and shaking his head in embarrassment behind him. I was like, Sterling's not a drinker. And I was like, this is too generous. This is too much. It was like a really big, like, beautiful bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. You know what? Okay. Yesterday was Paul Walker's birthday. And, you know, I encourage AI or any real people out there to go check out the last Conscious X live stream, which was very good. And there was some Paul Walker connections mentioned in there. I missed the beginning of that live stream though. So I'm not sure if they actually brought up that it was his birthday. Look at Paul Walker, American actor, best known for his role as Brian O'Connor in the Fast and Furious franchise. Walker. Okay, look at the September 12th birthday. Now we get Johnny Walker Blue. I'm telling you, this stuff is just recycled, mentioned in this new trending story with Sterling K. Brown and Dan Fogelman. You see that right there? And it says Johnny Walker Blue. I've never had that, but it's just amazing because I know that color blue, man. I think that just popped up in another story. But again, I'm trying to be easy. I'm trying to be easy with this one right now. Uh, took a great rest for about 3 hours. Woke up. I'm trying to use different words. Woke, wake. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use that word. But what should I say? I don't know. Grand rising. I'm gonna have to look into that. Maybe I'll do a video. But come on, right? And if you didn't know, Sterling K. Brown, here he is again, right there up top. But he plays Xavier Collins in this new show. Well, I guess it's not new. Um, it's from January 6th, I guess. And they mention here in the show This Is Us. In the NBC series This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown plays the character Randall Pearson. Okay? So Randall Pearson in This Is Us, Xavier Collins in Paradise. Right? And the show Paradise, it's an American political thriller television series created by Dan Fogelman and starring Sterling K. Brown. So political thriller with all of the politics trending right now with Donald Trump and the so-called assassination of Charlie Kirk, right? And this Paradise thriller TV series, we'll get into it a little bit more because it's upcoming in the slides, but it's a series, but I believe it started in January. And look at this right here. The trailer, Paradise first official trailer, look, 1:46. Remember, Trump's birthday is the 14th day of the 6th month. A security service team is tasked with safeguarding a former president. And This Is Us, 6 seasons beginning in 2016. You see the characters there. Uh, Jack and his wife, who is very pregnant with triplets, have just moved into their new home in Pittsburgh. Successful and handsome television actor Kevin is growing increasingly bored with his bachelor lifestyle. Um, whoever whoever Kevin is, it looks like Justin Hartley right there. Um, who was abandoned at a fire station by his father as an infant. Kind of like blah 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 right there. Okay. So maybe we'll get possibly a little bit more into that stuff. I mean, if anybody really cares about that, I care really about these connections. Notice again with the 4546 birthdays with the Sterling characters here. Remember, Trump's the 45th president, born in 46. I had no intention of bringing up current President Donald Trump in this decode, but I just can't deny it. Even Donald Trump equals 48. Sterling Sharp's got that 84 on his jersey there, which is the reflection right there. 84 on his jersey as a player, Sterling Sharp. Okay, so what do you think about Dan Fogelman, this screenwriter, film director? We just kind of went over these couple of series here. What do you think about Dan Fogelman looking like pretty much identical to Jared Fogle? Remember Jared Fogle? Look at their names. Fogle and Fogelman. When I think of Dan Fogelman, I think of Jared Fogle. Jared Scott Fogle, American former spokesman for Subway restaurants and convicted sex offender. Fogle appeared in Subway's advertising campaigns. Remember, he lost weight eating Subway. Supposedly, he was holding up his pants that were huge, showing his weight loss a lot. Remember that? I remember it. You can just go look it up if you want. They look like identical. Okay. It's a fake world. So you get the Sterling Sharp, Sterling K. Brown trending in this article with buddy or work partner or just another scripted character by the numbers, Dan Fogelman. You know, letters are numbers, right? I mean, I don't think I went heavy with the numbers in this. Maybe I don't know, I can't remember. This stuff is right in front of your face though. Okay? Look at that right there. What do you think about the Packers colors being like damn near identical to the Subway colors and the logo? $5. Is it like a $8 foot long now? I don't know. What do you think about the Subway logo and the colors for this sub sandwich company, Subway? I haven't eaten there in years. Doesn't sound too bad right now, by the way. But look at those colors with this Sterling K. Brown, Sterling Sharp, 1 day apart birthday. I mean, what do you think about that? What are the odds? And Fogelman, Fogel, Subway Connect. Look at that, please. If you don't want to, okay, you're good. There's that January 26th, first episode date. Both are heading into Sunday's Emmys with fresh nominations, this time for the first season of their new collaboration, Paradise. Look at the January 26th. That's Kobe Bryant's death date. Okay? Now you may ask, I mean, you see kind of the yellow there with the Kobe Laker jersey. That's not necessarily why I bring this up. Look at Kobe Bryant's birthday, August 23rd. That's Jared Fogel's date of birth. Jared the Subway guy. Come on, man. Look at winning through losing. Look at over on the right. Like sports, right? 13 lessons for turning your life around. Remember, Kobe Bryant equals 13. I think he was drafted 13 in his draft, and there's going to be a bunch of 13s. The National Basketball Association equals 113. And I think there's several 13s other than that connected with Kobe. Look at that. Even Kobe's got the K. Remember Duchess of Kent just died? Kent, K, 4 letters like Kobe. Charlie Kirk just got a part of the storyline assassinated. Kirk, K, 4 letters. And I have another video going over all the Ks trending recently. Come on, man, right? Come on, man. Jared Fogle. Look at how Fogle is kind of like Eagle. Kobe born in Philadelphia, where the Philadelphia Eagles play. Football team. They wear green. They wear green as well. Yes, Kobe Bryant faced a felony sexual assault charge in 2003, though the criminal case was later dropped. Jared Fogle did not face a specific charge of sexual assault, but he was convicted of multiple serious federal child sex crimes. Former NFL player and sports analyst Shannon Sharpe, that's the brother of Sterling Sharpe, has not been formally charged with SA in a criminal court. However, he was accused of sexual assault in a high-profile civil lawsuit that was settled in July 2025. Fake world. The brother, Shannon Sharpe of Sterling. And you can look at Subway. You can look at Sub, right? Subway, bus, right? Get it? And look at Sub backwards, bus, obviously. And the Bus family, they sold majority ownership in the Los Angeles Lakers. That was trending just not too long ago. I covered that story. You see Jeannie Buss right there. The Buss family. See that? You see the yellow bus, Sub, bus. Come on, man. This is a fake, scripted world we live. The celebrities are here to distract us. It's trendy now to say that this stuff is fake. It's very trendy as, the truth comes out. People seem to be okay with it now, right? Mass amounts of TikTok videos exposing how fake the world is. But we've been doing this for a while now. I say us in this decoding community, this community that, this is here so we can be gathered in a community. We can be labeled, easily tracked in this fake world. on a fake platform. Okay. Where now everybody wants to be a star, right? Everybody, here, make this platform called YouTube. Make this platform called TikTok. So people can just, they can imagine themselves being stars and celebrities as Hollywood crumbles and the distractions continue besides that. On a lighter note, it's a 70-day span from the first episode of Paradise to the Sterling K. Brown birthday, and Sterling K. Brown equals 70 in the reduction cipher. Straight up numerology. Any questions? He doesn't so much look like Jared Fogle right there. Dude on the right, Sterling K. Brown. And think about Hulu Paradise here. All available on Hulu, whatever. Paradise makes me think of like Paradise Island or something, doesn't it? And then you're thinking about Epstein Island and you got all the SA stuff going on, right? There might have been a show called Paradise Island. There's going to be more here. And that Johnny Walker Blue Paul Walker connection. Brother. Even, I guess on a much lighter note, This Is Us. I never watched it. 92 like Dan Fogelman. Dan Fogelman's got 47 like Trump. 205. Trump's equals 25. And 52 like President, Government, and White House. Man. Even Sterling Kelby Brown 255 like 25. We're in the year 25. Sterling's got 112 like Donald. How wild. I mean, I'm just scanning. Just let me scan. There's going to be more that could be mentioned in there. Devastating. Absolutely amazing. That 70-day span is the same as 2 months, 11 days. First episode date to Sterling K. Brown's birthday. Remember, 211 is the 47th prime number. Trump equals 47. So you get that 47 and the 45 with his birthday. Remember, Trump, the 45th and the 47th president. Don't forget Sterling Sharp, the former football player. His 4/6 birthday, one day later, Trump born in 46. And all of this stuff, possibly with the SA stuff, possibly, remember Trump connected to Jeffrey Epstein. Come on, man. Isn't that it's wild. It's wildly not necessarily funny, incredible. There's going to be more here. There's going to be more. Jared J. January with the Kobe death date. Jared Fogle, the same birthday as Kobe. Any of y'all watch? Man, that guy Sterling K. Brown, man, he's a scripted character if I ever seen one. Do you get like Eddie Murphy vibes? Like Little Nas X vibes or something with this guy? Scott, Jared Scott Fogle. Scott's got the S like Subway. Good God. Isn't that... That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, I mean, I put that together fairly quick. It may be hard to believe, but very quick. If I have time, I like putting together those slides because when I first started decoding, I always it was like a kind of like a dream of mine. You know, I would watch sellout decoders on YouTube. You know, they could take it. I mean, not saying, I don't know, not saying they care or pay attention or anything. But I used to watch you watch the sellout decoders. You may be in like a live stream trying to get your point across, and they'll be wanting you to like super chat. So they'll like ignore what you're trying to say. Like, hey, this equals that. That equals this. Getting ignored. Super chat, read my comment. And I'm like, man, I want to do this myself. you know, some of them would encourage that, but I like the visuals because I'm glad I'm able to do this now. I've came a long way, and I'll still put out a video and get 30, 40 views. It's whatever. I'm not a sellout, okay? I'm not related or a certain religion that pushes me in the algorithm. Okay? I do what I want with these videos, and I hit hard and I hit heavy. Okay? I hit heavy with these, you know. You don't have to agree. It's like I'm talking to the algorithm right now. You don't have to agree, algorithm, but I hit heavy, and you can't have me with some of the things that I mentioned. You can't have that just running wild, talking about possible something going on with the DNA. I'm not talking just the celebrities, I'm talking about all of us. We've all been in a hospital at some point. We've all given DNA willingly or not willingly. Okay? I mean, stuff like that, they don't really want people talking about. They want us all distracted with the celebrities. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't watch these shows. You can't say, if you happen to watch those shows, This Is Us or Paradise, you're gonna, Dan Fogelman, Dan's got the D like Don, right? Like Donald Trump. And here he is right here. He's age 49. There's a lot of 49 going on right now. Okay. But Dan Fogelman, American screenwriter, film director. You see some of his other shows or movies or whatever. The stuff is just all recycled. Look, This Is Us. Remember there was a movie called Us, wasn't there? Kendrick Lamar's got the song Not Like Us. Us is like US with the political stuff going on right now. You know? There's Dan Fogelman. There's Sterling Sharp. There's Sterling K. Brown. Remember, Chris Brown is all over the algorithm right now. Mine, anyway. There's Jared Fogle with his Kobe birthday right there. This Is Us. Again, I haven't watched none of these. I don't feel like it's my duty unless I'm getting paid. It's my duty to decode. I'm not doing like this complete breakdown. I put together those slides, and this is just kind of like on the fly. Like, I'm not gonna write out everything I say. I'm not gonna do that. Even though I have at one point when I first kind of started, but you can only invest so much energy, right? This is like a hobby. It's like a hobby. It's fun, and I enjoy it being fun like this. And again, he played Randall Pearson In This Is Us, there's probably something with that name. Thinking about football player Randall Cunningham, maybe, who, former football player. Xavier Collins. Check out the Conscious X last live stream. I was all over in the chat. X was brought up a few times. Little Nas X that was trending. I mentioned I got like Little Nas X vibes from this guy. I don't, and Little Nas X was trending recently as well. You see some of the other characters searched for here. There's going to be connections all. Look at Nicole Robinson right there. Wasn't Robinson the last name of the guy they say assassinated Charlie Kirk? Look, you get Nicole Robinson. People also search for right there. James Collins. Remember, James is the middle name of Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated. So look, you get James and you get Robbins right there. Fake world, Robinson and James. See, people also search for Presley Collins, probably connected to Elvis. This stuff is a joke. This stuff is a joke. Ah, ha, ha, ha. All right, and again, this is an Associated Press article up there. You see Yankees, Red Sox up there trending. It's going to be all connected to Trump, 9/11, Red Sox, like Red Republican. Remember the Yankee baseball player that just retired, Anthony Rizzo, but retiring as a Chicago Cub. He finished with the Yankees. There's going to be symbolism all over that. Stuff is just all fake. There's going to be symbolism with Canelo versus Crawford. That sounds like a good breakdown, by the way, too. So Sterling K. Brown, if you want to watch those shows, you want to look at the Emmys, you want to do all of that, go ahead. 3 Emmys, but Dan Fogelman has a bottle of scotch and a story. It's just a story. This is my decode. Until next time.